Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Job Search Reality Series. I'm Philip Todd Brooks, also known as Todd Brooks from Athens, Georgia. Today is day 25 of 31 days of Job Search Reality. And today I want to talk about something that almost everyone who has ever searched for a job has experienced: rejection. You find a position you really want, you submit the application, you get the interview. Maybe the interview goes really well. Maybe you even make it through a second or a third interview, and you start thinking, this could actually happen. Then you get the email. Thank you for your interest. After careful consideration, we decided to move forward with another candidate. And just like that, it's over. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you should immediately turn that rejection into something positive. Sometimes rejection just sucks. You invested your time, you researched the company, you prepared for the interview, maybe you rearranged your schedule, and you may have genuinely believed you were going to get the job. So yes, it's okay to be disappointed, but here's what I don't want you to do. Don't allow one rejection to convince you that nobody wants to hire you, because you can have a great interview and still not get the job. Maybe another candidate had more direct experience. Maybe they already knew the company's software. Maybe the employer decided to promote somebody internally. Or maybe there were two really good candidates and only one position. Sometimes you can do almost everything right and somebody else still gets the offer. That doesn't necessarily mean you failed. So what should you do after receiving that rejection? First, if you made it pretty far into the interview process, consider asking for feedback. You can send a simple message thanking them for the opportunity and asking whether they have any feedback that could help you improve in future interviews. Now, they may not respond. Some employers simply don't provide feedback, but occasionally you might learn something useful. The second thing I recommend is evaluating the interview yourself. Think back. What answers went really well? What questions caught you off guard? Did you clearly explain your accomplishments? Did you provide specific examples? Did you research the company enough? Were there any questions you wish you could answer again? The point isn't to sit there and criticize yourself. The point is to learn. Every interview gives you experience that you can take into the next one. The third thing is, don't burn the bridge. If you genuinely like the company, respond professionally. Thank them for considering you. If it makes sense, let them know you'd be interested in future opportunities, because you never know what might happen. The person they hired may not work out. Another position could open. Or that hiring manager could remember you 6 months from now when they're looking for somebody with your experience. Today's rejection doesn't necessarily mean that company will never hire you. And then comes the hardest part. You have to get back into the search. After a rejection, especially from a job you really wanted, it's easy to think, what's the point? But think about what that rejection email actually tells you. It tells you that one employer made one decision about one position. That's it. It does not tell you that you aren't talented. It does not erase that experience. It does not mean nobody else will hire you. And it certainly doesn't mean your career is over. Don't give one rejection email more power than it actually has. Take some time to be disappointed. Learn from the experience. Make adjustments if you need to. Then keep going. Because here's the reality of the job search. You don't need every employer to say yes. You don't need most employers to say yes. Eventually, you need the right employer to say, we'd like to offer you the position. And that one yes can change everything. So if you received a rejection email today, don't let it convince you to stop. It wasn't this job. Maybe it wasn't this company. But that doesn't tell you anything about the opportunity that could be coming next. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's the hardest job rejection you've ever experienced? Was there ever a position you were absolutely convinced you were going to get and then you didn't? And looking back, did that rejection eventually lead you somewhere else? Let me know in the comments below. If you're enjoying 31 Days of Job Search Reality, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. I'm Philip Todd Brooks, also known as Todd Brooks from Athens, Georgia. And remember, one employer's no does not determine what the next employer will say. Keep going. Real job search, real solutions, real you. Thanks for watching the Job Search Reality series, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 26.